A lot of times these men who are tripped up on their like forced masculinity acts like us being alone is the worst thing ever. It's not, you feel me? I just want to say this very quickly. I don't want to deal with someone who like emotionally and mentally berates me and insults me every conversation that we have. I would rather die alone. Like a lot of times men say that these women gonna die alone. They gonna be alone. It's like, yes, and I will still have my sanity, thank the Lord, than to be sitting up with a nigga that sit up and just berate and constantly insults and all that. Like no one has time for that. No one wants that. Who wants that? It's like, oh, do you want to come in this house and become in like a shell of who you were and become a lunatic and deal with me, or would you rather be by yourself and have cats? I choose myself and try to tell y'all how to do and what to be and how what men should be. It's nothing like that. But I'm just saying, if we gonna talk to people, let's talk to people that we care about with a place from a place of love. You know, like I can express down. I could say that I'm disappointed or something has happened that I don't like without destroying that person mentally and emotionally. It's not necessary. Because we act like them kind of things don't matter. Like, oh, it's just words. Why are we so upset about words? As if every adult right now don't have insecurities from stuff that was said to them in their childhood. Words matter. They matter. They're not just whatever. You feel me? The scripture says that life and death are in the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of you guys don't like really like looking at the scripture or whatever, but I feel like whether you believe it or not, it's some gems in there. It's some wisdom. Amazing. When you look at like what that's actually saying, in the beginning was the word. It didn't say in the beginning was love. It didn't say in the beginning was God. It didn't say in the beginning was peace or happiness or none of that. It said in the beginning was the word, right? And then the word was with God and the word was God. That's what the scripture's saying. You feel me? So it's like, it should kind of let you know how important the word is when that's what it was in the beginning. And the crazy thing is, if you go back to the beginning of the scripture, like the first book, that's what it says. And God said, right? And God said, let there be light. And God said this, and it was so. So it lets you know kind of how important the word is, right? And I'm not talking about like, you know, like preaching the good word or whatever. I'm just talking about our words in general. This is the reason why I speak on our words so much and how much our thoughts and our words matter. And this is the reason why our relationships as people are very, very, very dysfunctional, because we don't get it right with the words. We get into relationships and friendships with people that we say we care about, but we kill them with our words. We speak death over them all the time. All the time. You understand what I'm saying? Speaking death over people. If I care about you, I'm not going to speak death over you. I'm only going to speak life over you. Only. Even if I'm upset with you. Even if I'm upset with you. You know? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to tell men this is how you need to do and women this is how you need to do. But let's just collectively focus on communicating with each other better, you know? And understand how like we could be manipulated with words sometimes. Our whole outlook, how we look at ourselves, all of that stuff can change just by the words that people tell us. The words that people that come out of the lips from people that supposed to care about us. You know? Like, it's just, it's wild, man. I've never thought that I'd have like, you know, a situation where I felt like I needed to totally get away from somebody. Because I've always felt like, you know, like I could help people. You know, like I could change people if they want to be changed or whatever, you know, like I've always felt like that. And it's never been a situation where I couldn't at least permeate or penetrate at least some level to see an effective change, a positive change. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's like people who have big hearts, who actually love people and care about them outside of themselves, they be taken advantage of, man. There are people in this world that will use that against you, you know? They will use that against you. The fact that you care about them, they'll use it against you. And it's wild, you know? So this is what I'm saying. Like, for the people that are like myself, you start to see the signs. You got to get away from it before they change you into an asshole. You got to get away from it before they change you, because they will change you, and then you be an asshole like the rest of the people who couldn't hold on and preserve the most innocent and pure part of themselves. And it's not to shade the people who weren't able to hold on to it, because it's hard. It's hard living in a world like this and trying to hold on to innocence and pureness that you have. It's hard to hold on to that, you know, and still try to see the best in people. Because I'm an optimist at heart. Like, I'm the glass is half full type of person to the core of me. Whenever I see stuff, I'm always able to like, well, what's the good in this situation? Because there's some good. It's in there someplace. It has to be some good somewhere in there. That's me to the core of who I am, right? But sometimes people, I'm telling you, you got to protect that about yourself. And you got to get away from folks who will see that and be attracted to it, but for the wrong reasons. It's like a moth to a flame. You know what I'm saying? Like people like that who are optimistic at heart and like really try to see the good in people, they attract all sorts of people. They attract all sorts of people. I'm telling you, everybody comes around because they see the flame and they're either enticed by the way that the fire looks. They love to feel the warmth of the fire. You know what I'm saying? Or they just want to be close to it. You know, and some people will come around and they will elevate the flame. They will add fuel to the fire. They will make it better, right? They'll make it better. They'll come and see the flame and they'll appreciate the flame for what it is, and will add fuel to the flame to make it my own mind. Let me make sure that I'm praying and meditating and I'm keeping myself spiritually sound. Let me do those things before I start talking about these men ain't, you know, they wearing these hats and stuff. Because men will have makeup too. Beards and hats is definitely makeup. A man look totally different without a beard and a hat. Okay? So instead of me doing that and focusing on stuff that I can't control, let me focus on my part of it and better myself. You feel me? You know? And like I said, I hope y'all getting the meat of what I was saying. Which is, let's use our words better, okay? Let's use our words better. Have better relationships in general. Have better parent-child relationships. Have better romantic relationships between men and women. Have better platonic relationships among friends. Let's have better relationships with better words, okay? And that's all I have to say. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I appreciate y'all for tapping into the live. That's all I got to say. Love y'all.